Well, here we are, folks, in gorgeous Northport, Florida, here at Fred and Jody's. It is a fine summer morning, and we are here with Mr. Schmidt. Say good morning, Mr. Schmidt.
Good morning.
So, Fred, I noticed something brand new here on the back of the car. What do we got going on here?
Got a high-performance Mons exhaust system on it.
Oh, well done, well done. This is actually a gift from you and Jody. What was this from?
This is from my blue 72 TR6. And it's a good used unit. So I kind of dedicated it to this car, and we went and had it put on yesterday. And it pretty much, it's a straight pipe, single up toward the front, and we have a header on there, and where the exhaust man made the intermediate pipes.
Right.
I had him put in a slip joint, like a clamp. So there's a clamp in there, so if we ever have to take it apart, we can take it apart easily.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but the exhaust header that I had was new, and it was actually a performance style exhaust header that we had gotten from Mr. Dave, I believe. I got it from him.
Yeah, we got that installed, and then there's a section of brand new pipe right in the middle here, curving through the t-shirt area, and like I said, everything went together real well yesterday.
So we've got some really good video that Jody sent me yesterday that does before when you're taking it off and it sounds like a jalopy, and then after. And we're going to get some video today. We want to get some video. We're actually going to try to take a little bit of a maiden voyage around the block today and see how we do. So today's a fun day of lots of videos. So let's get started, Fred. There we go. Fred's going to pull the choke out. We're going to fire this bad boy up. See what it sounds like. Take it away, Fred. Oh, wow. Oh, that sounds nice. Boy, it just fired right up, didn't it? Oh, yeah, that sounds really nice. Really nice. That's nice and throaty. That sounds really good. Oh, nice and smooth. It's idling really nicely. Well done, Fred. Oh yeah, that thing's gonna sound really nice going down the road. All right, Fred, well, here goes nothing.
Here goes nothing.
I hope our fans love our seats. 2 cushions. Okay. Headed around the block. Let's see how this goes. We're actually going to try to see if we can get it into 3rd gear today.
Or 4th.
Oh. Trying to ask too much there. Never knew that backrest could be used for something, did you? I'm 6'2", so
yeah, right.
It's a wonder that I get into my TR6.
It's a little noisy inside here because we don't have carpet or padding.
the phone just in case.
It's always good on the maiden voyage, that's for sure.
It's a good thing, Fred, you live around here where all these back roads are, so nobody will bother you.
That's it.
First time in third gear in 30 years.
Absolutely.
Sounds good. Hadn't popped out of gear yet. That's a good sign.
It's a good sign.
And first time in fourth gear.
Don't see any pieces on the ground. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. Not parts falling out of the back, huh?
I know.
So, Fred, what are you looking for in a maiden voyage like this as you're driving, going through the gears?
Just the sound, the feel, the oil pressure, temp, just our vital signs. This needs to come up. I think it's a gauge. There it goes. See?
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's supposed to be around 13, 14, correct?
Yes. Slow to come back to life, but it'll get better. Our gauges are working perfectly. I'm real nice and smooth.
Yeah, those look great, and that's something I'm going to have to rebuild my my other gauge. Oh boy, we have pedestrians. Watch out.
Yeah.
How many points do you get for somebody on a tricycle? This is the time you start to smell little burns and stuff like that from the painting work we've done, and the exhaust manifold. I think we did end up painting that gray or silver. So
Transmission's very nice.
yes. There was some worry and trepidation on our part that we might have to use that overdrive transmission, but so far so good. I like when you're downshifting, it's not popping out of gear,
No, it's not.
which is what my concern was.
Right. Needs a little bit of a front end alignment, but I'll do that. I'll get a little closer than I am, but for the most part, it's tracking pretty straight.
Good, yeah. There's nothing leaking down here. We do have just a little bit on my side, a little bit of water. Not sure what it is, but
Down there?
nope. Nope. I don't think so. Nope. Let's try. Fred, first impressions on the maiden voyage. What's a little feedback here on what you thought, what you saw?
Transmission is nice, the clutch is good, brakes are good, the suspension feels good. We just had that little water leak where the line comes off the water heater, the water pump housing and heads toward the back of the heater, but it seems to have stopped, so.
All right. And what are you doing right now?
I'm going to plug up a port on the carburetor that's hissing, so let's go plug that up. And we're going to start over again.
All right, we're going to take it for another ride here in a few minutes, folks. And it shifted through the gears really nicely, as you saw from the video. Fred did jump on third gear once, and the sound that came out of the exhaust was fantastic. So my only regret today is that Cole's not here to enjoy it with us, huh, Fred?
That's
He's
okay.
going to be a little upset with us, but, you know.
That's all right. We'll get over it.
He'll get over it. He's a big boy. Plenty of time to play with his car in future years. All right, Fred, so for our fans, maybe you could tell us why it's so important to do these, to start with these really short trips.
Well, you're just going, you don't want to take a really long trip just in case there's something that's needs to be, something fails, or I mean, we brought a car back to life that's 30 years sitting in the field, you know, I mean, it's a big deal. So systems have to be checked, and you do that slowly and methodically. And so far with this car, what we found out today, we had a small water leak at the pipe behind the water pump housing, and that apparently has fixed itself, which is good.
I like that.
It's no longer doing that, even though we didn't touch it or fix it or do anything to it. It's just a little quirk that had to be fixed. The other thing is we have, seems to be a little bit of oil coming from where the head is connected to the block, only on the distributor side of the engine. And that could be a case of the, you know, there's certain things that I didn't do to this car. I mean, you know, I never pulled the head out. I checked and adjusted the valves, generally speaking, to get them. But you know, now that the car is running and you've got oil in it, I mean, it has the oil in it. I never changed that. So I put in some Marvel Mystery Oil this morning to run through. That thins the oil out pretty much. And typically on these cars, I like to have 30 weight straight oil in them.
Right.
And so our oil pressure is a little low, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the performance of the car. It just probably just a matter of the oil's low. And I had a guy in here last week where he was complaining about the oil pressure, and I asked him what oil he was running, and he said 010, I think. Well, wow. That's like WD-40, you know.
Right.
So that's fine for a modern engine, but these engines here,
yeah, they need the heavier weight.
Sure.
So as far as addressing the oil, your first thought is to pull the valve cover off, and
yeah, well, the easiest thing, of course, is to pull the valve cover, and then we'll just go ahead and I've got a reusable gasket on the valve cover, so I'm not losing that. So we'll pull that off, and then I'll retorque the head, and while I'm in there, I'll adjust the valves final, and then we'll see where we go from there. Hopefully, we're good.
Yep, that will be fingers crossed. Like you said, we traded a water leak for a small oil leak, but I think we'll figure it out. So
yeah, I'm sure we will.
Always a good time with you, Fred. It's been a great day today. Thanks so much, awesome. And we appreciate our fans watching.